What you're about to see is my full in-depth thoughts on the Jeff Hardy situation. I want to make it very clear that I'm going to be using past clips, and one in particular uses very colorful language to describe ourselves in a way, so we can kind of use this word. But with that said, the way we express our views in the Indy Force clip are not the way that Aaron Rift and or Jeff Meacham would ever dream of expressing that. So please, if you're gonna hate on anybody, hate on me, rightfully so. We have not used this very colorful language, specifically this one word, in a very long time on our podcast, and quite frankly, we were immature even back in 2020, so we're a lot more mature now than we were then, and I will say, I don't plan on doing that anymore, but try not to take it too serious. And with that said, do not send hate to Aaron and Jeff for this. This is my comments and Mike's comments. It has nothing to do with them. Enjoy.
Alright, so here's a gentleman I know has been... He wanted to talk about this so bad that he was going to be on the No DQ review this week, and had to no. Let JJ have that moment, man, because he's going to be on for the first time on No DQ proper in over a decade. And he is even writing an article about this, but I'm going to go ahead and, Lord help me, turn the reins loose. Again, we're on No DQ. We must watch the language, kids, even though I already used the S word. James, come on in. And, of course, now the dog's barking that James is coming in. We're going to... Whoa! He has no beard. Jesus.
Yeah, I hate it. I'll be honest with you, I hate it. I still don't like it. Have too much face. Anyway.
Are you ready for the new cinematic match by Jeff Hardy?
Oh, no.
We're gonna do, and I can't fucking understate this. I'm gonna make sure that I have my information up here.
Before you start, will drugs be involved in this?
I mean, it's Jeff Hardy, so it's like a 6-30 shot.
It's Jeff Hardy, so drugs were definitely involved in the creation of this idea.
Listen, it's a 60-30 on the fact that he'll definitely be on drugs, and that 10% is in case if he's on 2 drugs at the same time.
And bonus points if those 2 drugs are cocaine and heroin.
Wouldn't shock me. Or cocaine heroin, or heroin cocaine. He wants to do a motocross match.
A what?
Motocross match.
In other words, dirt bikes.
Can't wait to watch pro wrestling fucking Excite Bike.
You know what?
I don't want it. I want it. No, I don't want to do it. He talked about it on Corey Graves' podcast. I don't care.
You know what? I realized something.
What'd you realize?
Jeff is gonna die doing something stupid because he's retarded.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I can't feel bad for him. This is how he got injured. Was via a motorbike accident. He was out for like a whole year when he was with Impact because of a fucking motorbike incident.
But if they let this happen, he wants to do this. I want to put that out there. He wants to do this, and he wants to have him.
Correction. Jeff Hardy wants to die.
Let me cause more potential pain for myself so I can keep relapsing to the drugs that keep getting me in trouble.
He is both retarded and retired.
Can we please
fucking
force him into retirement? Force him into retirement.
Isn't this because the last match?
Jeff Hardy is dead. No one cares. I don't care. No one wants to see this man do this shit anymore. Have him retire for the love of fucking God.
I know if you're WWE, you don't let it happen. Jeff Hardy here is 42 years old and looks like a 50-year-old man. He looks like shit.
put his body through so much shit and so many drugs because of that. And a lot of that's his own doing. But I don't want to see it anymore. And I'm sure his family is fucking concerned. Beth especially must be. Yeah, it's fucked up. You know what? Let's move on from Jeff.
Yes.
Although I guess that's a new clip there. Just retire, please.
Just listen, Jeff. As an individual that's been watching you since fucking the Attitude Era, do us a favor. Just stop. Yep. Just sit down, look at the wall, and if the wall starts talking to you, go back to rehab.
The only way he gets clean is if he stops wrestling. I'm convinced of that now. I'm convinced that that's the only way he's ever going to stay sober and not fucking relapse.
Here's the problem. Jeff was megastar, but when later in life, he was the same shtick. Here's Jeff. I climb up to the top of this structure, and then I jump, and that's about it. That's every single fucking Jeff Hardy match. Where Matt, and I'll say it, he is the more technical and more responsible brother than Jeff.
And by the way, the one thing I will defend WWE on, hey Jeff, WWE does not need to help your ass when you keep putting yourself in the same situation.
At some point, Dark Side of the Ring is going to have to cover the Jeff Hardy whole debacle.
And you know what? There was a point, and I felt sorry for him. I don't feel sorry for him anymore.
No, I mean...
That's how ridiculous it's gotten. I don't feel sorry for him anymore. He chooses to still wrestle, which means he is choosing to go back and relapse because he has no idea how to cope with the fucking pain. That's the only way he gets clean. Because clearly he's not responsible to not go back and try to cope with the physical pain with that shit. That's what it comes down to, people.
If you want the horror stories of Jeff Hardy, just watch TNA.
Yeah.
Literally, go watch TNA, where this fucking idiot decides, I'm going to go fall on these stairs from about 20 feet off the ground and then knock myself out and not be able to continue the match, or have literally the worst wrestling match in history because I was so fucked up that Sting beats me off of a roll-up pin.
Keep in mind that was after, and this proves my point. This is after his series of matches with Ken Anderson, where he took the worst bumps I've ever seen a wrestler take, and he was giving the move to Ken Anderson. That tells you all you need to know. This guy's a fucking dumb shit.
But anyway,
and he puts himself in this situation. I can't feel sorry for him. I cannot feel sorry for him. Can anyone else feel sorry for him? Honest to God.
I feel sorry for buying this piece of shit.
Dude, that is censored. That's ironic.
Not anymore.
There you go. Yeah, the Jeff Hardy DVD.
It's terrible now that I look back on it.
Oh yeah, because when you realize that his entire career is drug addiction and just mental problems, it's more sad.
Because he did all those stupid spots.
Jeff Hardy's downfall is just a result of his own self-deception.
Jeff Hardy has been charged in July of 2019 for public intoxication.
Yeah, he can't even drive.
October 3rd, 2019, a couple months later, was arrested for driving and being impaired behind the wheel. 2011, he was jailed for 10 days, had 30 months of probation, and had to pay a $10,000 fine on top of going to jail from October 3rd to October 13th. And in 2009, was caught trafficking prescription anabolic steroids.
Oh, wow.
In his house, having Vicodin, Soma, and cocaine.
Didn't he get his driving license revoked after his recent arrest?
Yeah.
And he cannot get it back. By the way, he can no longer.
I would never let that fucking
no longer drive. Basically,
he will never drive again.
And
I wouldn't trust this guy riding a bike.
I wouldn't trust this guy walking down the fucking street. What are you talking about?
Yeah, and that's another thing. They're going to fucking arrest him immediately, and they're not going to let him go for, I think that's a 10-year sentence if you do shit like that. 10-year sentence if you do shit like that.
And on top of the fact, how many times has our boy Jeff here gone into the church to get married, Then to come out of the church and then like years later come back into the same fucking church with a different woman.
I don't.
I'm just saying, dude. His idea of commitment just doesn't fucking work. If he can't maintain a relationship, that motherfucker can't maintain his actual drug addiction.
Dude, his ideology of a commitment resembles that of a 15-year-old boy in high school.
You're not wrong.
It's time for this old dog to go to bed.
I'm done.
Mm-hmm.
I'm done.
It's time for him to go to bed and have a nice lengthy retirement because it's getting to that point now where I don't hate Jeff. I don't hate Jeff. I hate the fact that he is a drug addicted moron.
Yeah.
Oh, true.
I hate what he becomes when he's the drug addicted moron. Now, it's only because of the major fact that, spoiler alert, I had to pay for the fucking pay-per-view where he decided to take the goddamn fall on Sting. Or should I say, stumble around the ring and sit in the corner for about 10 minutes against Sting. I had to pay for that pay-per-view. And I will tell you this right now. The day he retires, I'll consider that a down payment. I'll say, you know what? You had a nice long career. You did everything you had to do. You have some of the most memorable moments in wrestling history. But it is time for your ass to go to bed.
Two things. Jeff Hardy has kind of an advantage and a major disadvantage against him, since I think Darby's going to win this. Jeff Hardy's advantage is that out of everyone in the tournament, he's the only one that actually fought Owen Hart.
Yeah.
During his youngin' days in the WWF as a local jobber.
When he and Matt lied about their ages.
Yes.
Yep.
And the rest is history. Thank you, good old JR, who brought the Hardys into wrestling in the first place, might I add.
There's a reason why I think he's not going to make it far in the tournament. Go for it. From the point of the Jeff Hardy's banged up.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
He's always banged
I
up.
saw that. I saw that
Now
report.
I'm thinking like, oh god, you put him with that guy. Are you trying to, okay, here's the best way to describe it. It's basically, hey, let's make Kota Ibushi and Naito happen, but make it more, let's see, JA Wrestling Edition.
Yeah.
Yeah,
less
instead of breaking Char's
less
neck,
about
we're
the
breaking
neck.
Char's back.
Yeah, less about the neck and more about, oh my god, how did he not die from falling from that height?
Yeah, flip back first to the floor or on the steps or something much worse. Who knows what these two
I got it.
people are going to do.
No, I think I know what they're going to try and do.
Go ahead.
What?
They're going to have it be the main event. They're going to be like, okay, we need to find a way to end this on a high note. Hey, Jeff, Darby, do you want to do the first ever AEW crash into the electrical boombox?
Oh, no.
No, I don't. Let's not get too crazy here. Keep in mind, this is a normal match.
Haha, you fucking wish.
My God! God Almighty! The carnage, the wreckage!
Mike, do you have anything to add regarding this match?
It's going to be Darby because Jeff's either going to be too smacked up to know where he is.
Oh man!
I'm just going to call it as it is because Jeff's always been smacked up in every major title, whatever. Or any major tournament, whatever, in his career.
He's still mad.
Am I wrong?
In fairness,
Am I wrong?
In fairness, he is very much still mad about TNA, and I understand why, and to a degree.
All I'm saying,
You had one of Jeff Hardy's original TNA themes he used in it.
Yeah, true. Go ahead,
That
Mike.
was awesome.
all I'm saying is that if you're the company, the smarter decision is to put all your coins in the Darby Allin basket and not put them back into the pill bag that is Jeff Hardy.
Dark.
And listen, man, he's still got a lot. Oh, which, by the way, has he been better since when was his last thing? 2020? Yes, I would say.
I believe so.
Yeah, so I mean, he has been better.
No, that's true, but I don't know. I look at it from the perspective of somebody that says, hey, he's got some demons. I won't sit there and say that he's not an incredible performer. I'm not denying that factor. I'm just saying that things like that tend to repeat themselves.
Yeah.
You're not wrong.
And
But
I would.
Go ahead.
If you're the multi-million-dollar company and you're looking to make more money, Jeff is the past, Darby's the future.
Yeah.
Makes more sense to put your faith in Darby than Jeff, because Jeff's already had his greatest matches of all time.
He's got his greatest moments, too.
Yeah.
Exactly. There's no reason to continue that and waste your time. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
At this point, Jeff Hardy, last thing he needs to do, revisit the Young Bucks one more time, and we'll see when that comes to.
NoDQ.com.
So, a couple things I'm going to promise right now. One, I'm going to let everybody speak. Number two, Jeff will absolutely get through every comment that's in this chat right now because I have a lot to say, and none of it's going to be pretty. Because I am tired of this. I am tired of this. As Jeff said, I'm writing a no DQ article, and I'm not going to spoil everything, but I will say this. I'm actually going to outstep my Mike here. These problems didn't start in 2009. These problems started his first time around in 2003. And the reason it started in 2003 is because it's the same story every single time. He does a bunch of hardcore matches or hardcore style matches. He then goes into drug and alcoholism, and then he gets himself into the shitstorm. That's my one word for today. He gets himself involved in this crap with drugs and alcohol and gets suspended. Right. And gets fired. Not even suspended in WWE, fired. And then in the second time, or the first time he goes into TNA, he gets suspended there. And he lets his contract lapse. That one period where he wasn't wrestling, supposedly, because this is coming from Jeff Hardy's mouth, so I got to take it with a cup of salt at this point, not a grain. This guy claims that he was sober around that time. And he didn't even need rehab. Supposedly.
Right.
Supposedly.
Yeah.
So already that proves my point, if that's true. That means that you cannot be trusted to be inside that squared circle without getting yourself screwed up on dope. And then becoming a dope yourself. You want to talk about absolutely irresponsible. This is beyond that at this point. This is effing dangerous. That's what this has come to. You are driving under the influence, Jeffrey Nero Hardy, with a suspended license.
Shouldn't even be on the road. Shouldn't be on the road.
You shouldn't have even been on the road. Never mind in a damn car. Have you really gotten so screwed up in your own mental stability that you can't even think to call a freaking Uber? Are you serious? With how much money you have? You probably paid your own bail already. That's how much, probably not even a third of that could have covered your Uber. Are you serious? Again with this? And here I was for months, for weeks, giving you credit. Even if it wasn't necessarily on this show, I give you credit on the Indie Force and other shows. I have given you credit so many damn times on this godforsaken platform called social media. I have given you credit. And what did it do? It bit me in the ass. That's exactly what it did. That's exactly what it did. Because you kept telling yourself and you kept convincing everybody else, maybe I just need a change of scenery. I can't stand the WWE anymore. Right around the same time when everybody else was leaving the WWE for AEW. And people bought it. Hell, I bought it. You convinced me. You hooked me. Hook, line, and sinker. I bought into it. And if anything, this is probably the worst schedule you have ever been in. And coming from the WWE house show side of things, that he actually worked, that's saying a lot.
It is.
And you did that to yourself. You know why? Because you recommended doing all of those stupid spots every week on Dynamite, every week on Rampage, and at Double or effing Nothing. You did that, Jeff. Nobody else recommended you to do that. You don't recommend it, TK doesn't sign off on it, and it doesn't happen. You recommended that. And that's on your conscience. I'm not totally, letting Tony off the hook either, because the fact that you approved this, Tony, I'll get to you at a different time, in a different place. But right now, I'm more concerned with Jeff. You do not deserve to be in that ring ever again. If all promoters claim they're responsible like they have for many years, this is what you're going to do. You're going to go to every single state athletic commission in this goddamn country. You are going to make sure that Jeff Hardy can go be banned from ever competing in the ring again. And you are going to make sure that from a physical standpoint, he can never be in wrestling again. Again! Because you know why? If for no other reason than Beth and her family will have a father and husband. That's what we do. Tell me I'm wrong.
I can't. And let me just say, for the record, problem is James is out of himself now because he can go through a rant without using one F-bomb. So now you can't ever do it again and make excuses.
Right?
I'm trying to keep it light. But yeah,
I'm even surprised with myself, to be honest.
Yeah, you almost, but you caught yourself. So that, you know what? He deserves every F-bomb thrown at him. And Sunday night, brother, you're good. Don't worry. It's okay. Sunday night post-pay-per-view will be good to go. So
I'm good. I'm good with it. Yeah.
So there you go. There it is from James. I want to make sure I brought you in. So I look forward to the article when it's much more detailed out. So thank you for that.
Oh, yeah. You people think I'm talking just out of my – every hardcore match has led to this exact pattern. I guarantee you will
100%. Without a doubt.
Yourself. Thanks, CageMatch.net. Really appreciate it, by the way.
Right. No, trust me, I'm not the good cop in any of this. I am just as much an enabler as anybody. I am very much the bad cop when it comes to stuff like this because he needed to say that, and yeah, maybe I'm the censoring cop if anything. But that's okay.
He definitely sent. I said he censored me by telling me I need to keep it the language to him.
Well, it wasn't just aimed at you, but since it was in the group chat, it went. Yeah. Anyway, so yeah. Again, thank you, brother. I appreciate it. So we will definitely look forward to the article. Man, there's a lot of stuff on here.
There you go. Check that out. There's my shameless plug.
There you go. There it is right there. Yeah, there you go. There's the card. When in doubt, follow the name there on the screen there. That's his Twitter, and we can probably get you.
Yeah, there you go. And isn't it a shame? Because now, instead of celebrating the history of Jeff Hardy, when it comes to championships and accomplishments and all the matches he's given us, now we are basically crapping all over him, rightfully freaking so, and plugging our own crap. So,
hey, you know what? It's one of those. You know, it's funny that you say that because we got some. You know, your buddy is talking about the AEW WWE fans are making it about the promotion. This is nothing to do with AEW versus WWE. This is about Jeff Hardy to take a stock at Jeff Hardy and his crap.
No.
So,
although I will say this just to add to this. WWE did it right. AEW didn't.
No.
I don't care what you say. And I'm an AEW fan, and I'm going to call Tony out on Sunday because he deserves all the flack he's getting on this on social media. All of it.
Well, luckily we have
thumbs up every idea that Jeff had in his stupid brain.
Now, luckily we have a post-pay-per-view open mic night prior to Forbidden Door because I do want to keep Forbidden Door as positive as possible because it's going to be a good show, it looks like. So,
yes.
But Slammiversary, once we celebrate 20 years of Impact, then this shit's going to hit the fan. So we'll go ahead and we'll get there. But James, again, thank you, my friend. We'll go ahead and tag you out. So, again, we'll look forward to the article, and we'll see you, if not sooner, we'll see you Sunday night, my friend.
Absolutely.
All right, brother.